Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about an article I found here giving a gold prediction. They're saying what gold spot price is going to do in the future. Now, for me, I don't give any predictions like that because I don't have any market analysis. I'm not really up on that stuff. I'm not really educated on that, so I don't think it's would be a good idea to give any prediction on what silver or gold is going to do because it wouldn't really be based on much. It would kind of just it would just be a guess. I wouldn't have any concrete hard facts to back it up. Now that's just me. There are a lot of people that make these predictions, and I put predictions in air quotes because they're kind of just throwing a statement out there and not really needing to back it up because it's worded differently. I don't consider anything a prediction if it has the word could or if it has the word might. If you're saying gold might get to 3,000, that's not a prediction. You're just saying words. If you say gold's going to reach 36.25 on December 21st, 2021, here's why. That's a prediction. You're actually giving something that people can say, hey, he's saying that this is going to happen. But if you say gold could reach $5,000 in 5 years, that means absolutely nothing. And I'm going to show you this article. I don't want to get too much into it here. I'm going to go over it in the article. But they really don't give any new information to back up these predictions. It's all stuff like, it's a finite material. Gold can't be printed like money. Yes, everyone knows that, but that's not a reason why it's going to reach $3,000 or $5,000. You kind of have to give a little bit more in your prediction for it to be, a prediction. You can't just say well-known things about gold and say that's the reason why it's going to go. That's not a prediction. Everyone knows this information. You're just packaging it in a way where, you're saying something that everybody knows, and if this number happens to come up, you can get the clout by saying, look at me, I predicted this. But if it doesn't reach there, you always have that back door out of saying, I never said it was going to do this. I didn't guarantee anything. All I said was it might reach it. So it's very low risk for the people that like to make these predictions on gold and silver spot price. It's very low risk, very low stakes. If you get it wrong, no one's going to remember. If you get it right, some people might remember. It's a really meaningless thing, and that's why I don't like doing it. I don't like coming out with videos saying this is what spot price is going to do, and this is where spot price is going to be for gold and silver in 5 years, because it's kind of pointless. I do still like clicking on these articles. I want to see if there's anything that gives any new information or any new kind of analysis as to why they think it's going to reach here. And I never get it. I never get any new take. It's always that people flock to gold in times of uncertainty. That doesn't mean it's going to reach 5,000. There's been plenty of uncertainty and tough times in the world. Gold's never hit 3,000 before, but it's just something to say, and it really isn't, as I said, it's not very high risk. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump onto the computer and show you this article here that was talking about where gold might be headed in the next few years. Okay, so this is the article here. It's on Yahoo Finance. And it says, gold price. Here's why the yellow metal could double and the best ways to buy it. So I don't respect any predictions that use the word could. So it's basically just a way to minimize any risk with this prediction. If it doubles, cool, you can brag and say my prediction came true. But if it doesn't come anywhere close to meeting to doubling, then you can save face and say, well, I never said that it was going to, I only said that it could. So, it'll be forgotten about, dropped to the side, and you can say, oh, I never technically said it was going to, I only said it could. So, the statement that he's making is only a prediction if it comes true, and adding the word could in there and not actually concretely saying it's going to happen, it's just an easy way to dismiss it. And it's zero risk for you to make these predictions. Either it comes true and you can market it that way, or you can just say, oh, I never actually said it was going to do this, and just move on to your next prediction that's not a real prediction, which is exactly what this is. It's going right down here, and it says one hedge fund manager who predicted the metal's rise to an all-time high of $2,000 per ounce last summer is confident the price could climb to 3,000 to 5,000 an ounce in the next 3 to 5 years. So that's why this is gaining attention now, because one of the kind of baseless predictions just happened to come true. It was a 50-50 chance that it was either going to happen or not going to happen, and it just so happened that this it did hit the 2,000. So now he's saying it could reach 3,000 to 5,000. So I'm going to be a little less skeptical as I go down, just to see what his reasons are. If he gives some good reasons as to why he thinks it's going to climb there, I might not be as tough on this prediction as I have been. So I'm just going to continue here. It says, with the yellow metal sitting near 1750 after more than $40 drop on Thursday, its biggest fall in 6 weeks, now might be an opportune time to follow his lead. So it's going down here. It says Diego Perella, which is the hedge fund manager's name. He works, where is it? Quadrigo Igneo Fund, is undaunted by the metal's tumble and widespread expectations that the price will continue to slide. It says, I think drivers for gold's strength not only remain, but actually have been strengthened. How? You know what I mean? Give some examples to back this up. That's just a statement that is backed up by nothing. It sounds good. It's a sound bite that you can run, but you really just said nothing there. It says, but many people rush to gold in tough times. The shiny metal tends to hold up well during stock market crashes in periods of high inflation. How does that mean that it's going to reach 3,000? There's been plenty of tough times before. The world has been rife with tough times, and gold's never reached 3,000. It could happen, you know what I mean? It could reach 3,000. So that's why, some people like to make these predictions, just so that on the off chance that it happens, they can claim, oh, that was my prediction. They can get their little bit of clout. Really not giving you any reasons, any concrete reasons to say, oh yeah, now this makes sense. Now I can see how they think it's going to double. Nothing. There's nothing here like that. It says Perla believes both could happen in the near future, as people are not appreciating the risks of massive pandemic stimulus efforts underway, like today's incredible low interest rates. He expects the next decade will see runaway inflation that central banks cannot control. That's true, but give me the charts, give me the analysis where it says all of this is going to lead to 3,000. And I'm not disagreeing with what he's saying. I completely 100% agree with the last paragraph that I read from him. The only thing I don't agree with is his prediction of the gold price, because what he just said means absolutely nothing to his prediction. Continuing here, it says central bank money printing isn't really solving problems, it's delaying the problem, Pirelli says. Gold will benefit purely from being a physical asset that you cannot print. Yes, again, well-known fact, gold is finite, it's a physical asset, it can't just be printed up out of nowhere. I agree with you. But how does this fact that everybody knows, how does this mean that it's going to reach $3,000? I just don't think this is like a prediction. I could have made this prediction, and I know nothing about market analysis with gold, because this has no real, analysis or anything to back this up. So yes, this is just a well-known fact that gold is finite. It's a physical asset and it cannot be printed. That does not mean that it's going to reach $3,000 or $5,000. You know what I mean? You have to start giving these reasons, or start giving at least some reasons that lead directly to why this will mean $3,000 in gold. And market analysis is a real thing. That's what people make a lot of money off of. But they're not making these predictions and using the analysis for 3 to 5 years down the road and making these. They're doing it day to day in trading to try to make money off of it. So there is ways to, and obviously it's manipulated, but that's a whole other can of worms. But there are ways that you can analyze what's happening with the markets, and you can see certain trends, but it's a very small, it's for a smaller sample size. You're going to be making these predictions off of what you're seeing, and you can kind of make a prediction on what it's going to do in a day or a week on certain trends. But to just give a blanket statement of 3,000 to 5,000 in 3 or 5 years, anyone can do that. That involves no expertise on the subject whatsoever. And then it goes down here into how to make money with gold. It says if Perla's argument is making sense, or you've got your own reasons for investing in gold, you have a few options available to you. You can either buy physical gold bars like bars or coins, invest in gold mining company stocks, or gold exchanged ETFs. So that's it for this article here, where it's talking about his this prediction that he's coming up. Now it's just going over how to pick up physical gold and silver. So again, I find these predictions to be hollow. They mean absolutely nothing. And I can guarantee you, if somebody actually knew the future, if somebody actually knew exactly what gold was going to be doing, they're not going to be giving it away for free on Yahoo Finance. But just going back up to the title here, that here's why the yellow metal could double. As I said, I read through the article where I was actually talking a little bit about the prediction, and the best that I could come up with is that people flock to gold in tough times, and that gold is a finite material that can't be inflated like fiat currency. I have no idea where he made the leap to say that's why it's going to reach $3,000. Didn't give any analysis or any technical reason why. He just kind of gave the answers that people give all the time when they're talking about why it's good to invest in gold. He's not saying anything new, not adding anything to this prediction, and it's a very, very low risk prediction. So yeah, it's just a cheap way to get your name in an article here, people talking about you. Hey, I made a video about it talking about this. It annoys me. I really don't like these quote-unquote predictions about gold and silver prices that are backed by nothing. You're just throwing out a number and just spouting off things that people know about silver and gold already. You're not giving any new information. So yeah, that is the article that I want to show you. Again, sorry if I sounded like I was complaining a lot through it. I just really don't like these clickbaity predictions. I don't, especially if someone knew exactly what gold was going to do, they're not going to give you that information for free on Yahoo Finance. I'm sorry. This is a prediction that really has very, very low risk, backed by absolutely nothing you don't already know, and it's just something that 5 years down the road, if it happens to happen, you can get a little clout by just saying, look, see what I did, see my prediction from 5 years ago. And if it doesn't happen, no one's going to remember it anyways. So it's very low risk to do this. That's not the type of content that I like making. I don't like making predictions, like I said, but some channels like doing it. Some like giving their predictions on what gold and silver price are going to do, but not really back it up with much information. But let me know what you think. If you like to read these articles, as I said, they bug me, but I always still will click on them just in case it comes up where they do have an original point, or they do make a good argument for why it's going to go up. But every time I come across an article like this, they're just spewing all the same facts and platitudes that you always hear about silver and gold, without giving any reasons as to why the spot price is going to reach their insane prediction. But anyways, I've been ranting long enough on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.